Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Fifth Quarter Podcast, episode number 31. I am your host, Keys, and I am here with Remy, please. Yo, what it do?
What's happening?
Shit. All right, let's jump right into it. This week, we are hearing trade rumors and rumors of allegations being... What's going on with Deshaun Watson? Is they saying that they sweeping the shit under the rug, or the new woman coming out? What they saying?
Well, they allowed him to practice today. He's been missing for a break. Ever since he made like the whole notepad post on Instagram. Saying he gonna let the process be the process. But yeah, they shopping him around. I think they kind of dragged their feet. With shopping him, they probably should have sold them early if they was gonna get the most out of them. Right. I still think, but they still say the asking price is like 3 first rounds, which if you're in a win now position, I think that that kind of suits it. Deshaun Watson, he's in his prime.
Yeah.
So where do you think is the best possible landing spot, and what would be the worst possible landing spot?
I think that first things first, you said 3 first rounders?
Yeah, I think that was like the basis of it.
All right, 3 first rounders. You gotta live with that one. I think
done before.
Yeah. It is Deshaun Watson. Let's not underplay that. Mm-hmm. I think that a good landing spot, and possibly one of the best landing spots, and I'm thinking about with talent as well as coach, I might have to go with the 49ers. I think with his talent, with his skill set, because I think what Shanahan wanted to do with Garoppolo, Garoppolo just couldn't stay.
Hold on, let me stop you right there. You do know they traded up to get Trey Lance, right? They already traded some picks to get Trey Lance.
Like I said, the 49ers. Because you can also listen, because the thing about it is you don't like, if Kyle Shanahan wants to win right now, it's not far-fetched to think that, okay, they could do a trade and trade Trey Lance someplace else if they were able to get Deshaun Watson.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you want to win right now, the skill set that Deshaun Watson has with Kyle Shanahan and that offense, and I feel as though their defense isn't horrible, put them in bad situations. I think that might be one of the best spots. But I also think that another good spot might be maybe Atlanta. Atlanta, but the only thing is that they kind of falling apart at the end, though.
All right, so what would you say the worst spot for him to land in?
Oh, the Jets.
The Jets?
The Jets.
But they just drafted a quarterback, top 10.
The Jets, bro. I can see the Jets, their front office don't make good decisions, man. They going into their offense don't have nothing to offer him. But they have the most draft capital. They're the ones that can do it. I know Miami has enough draft capital, they could do it, but I think the worst spot would probably be the Jets, and then probably one of the best spots, probably the 49ers, in my opinion.
I think if you're going to give up the 3 first round picks, you have to be in the win mode, like right now, like
exactly
not next year, not a couple years. I think right now, and just looking at this roster and the talent they have, the young talent they have, and sometimes this organization does make big trades. I think the Denver Broncos, man, got enough talent on the outside. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy.
No, they got weapons. For sure.
The tight end, running backs, defense is always on the fringe, but
And that's a good one, honestly, because, and also you got to look at it from that organization that he's going to is going to be taking on a shit show, and they got to be able to withstand that, because with Deshaun Watson comes a lot of this allegation shit, and you don't know what may or may not happen as a result of it.
Yeah.
And we know one thing about Denver, they have one hell of an organization. You know what I'm saying? And that organization is stable, is tight knit. So yeah, they might be able to weather that storm. You know.
Mm-hmm. I also would say two more a good landing spots will be the Dolphins. I mean, they seem to make, a lot of deals with Houston. They got some young talent, and they can give up Tua. They got picks.
I feel like they want to do that anyway. I don't know why.
But yeah, because I think he's just won a couple games, putting it together, and then he can get on the roll. But I got Miami, also the Washington football team. I think the young talent we have, the defense right now, stout. We just, that star player to take us over the hump offensively. I think that would be huge. Now, the worst place is, I think, the Philly, and they saying they're probably the closest to snagging Watson. I think that would be the worst spot for him, because I mean, outside of Devontae Smith, and
I don't want him nowhere close to the NFC East.
I don't understand that, but I'm saying, like, if he goes to Philly, that's like, how much better are they than Houston? Probably not at all. So I think that'll be probably the worst spot for him. Them, or I think also like Carolina. They're always trying to, like, I guess, like that. Their new head coach is kind of like trying to make splashes. I think he'll find his way out the league pretty soon. He's like a watered down Chip Kelly to me.
Yeah. What's up, Al?
What's happening?
What you think about Deshaun Watson? What's one of the best and worst places for him to go this year, in your opinion?
So I don't know how to say it, but my best place might actually be the Carolina Panthers.
The best? Oh shit! My bad.
Simply because it's that little throw the ball around type of offense. I hope. I know they would still have to give up something, but I hope they would still have Christian McCaffrey in the backfield with him, and then DJ Moore on the outside. So I know it's not necessarily like the greatest of rosters, but I think it might have a little bit of potential. Then they got I don't know if they got a defense, but they got a nice look. I don't know. And then I guess it's also just me thinking about, like, him just having that full circle moment and coming back to. I know it's not Clemson, or
True.
I think Clemson is South Carolina, but it's in that Carolina area. So I think that'd be jack dope. Worst place, fucking him to stay in Houston.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, you need to get out of there.
Yeah,
get out of there right now.
I feel like you're just always overachieving with the roster they had, and JJ Watt realized that shit, and he got the fuck. So
yes, and Andre Johnson realized it. He got the fuck. Everybody. Like, people realize it, and then
D Hop was like,
I'm happy. I'm happy to get out.
Shit. Well, switching gears, let's jump over to the NBA. We got the NBA draft coming up. What's some of y'all favorite prospects coming out this year? Do y'all have a favorite? Do you have somebody that maybe like a sleeper? What y'all looking at? I got one.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got one. And this is the thing is, I don't even watch college basketball like that. But this dude, every single time I did see him, he jumped off the screen for me as a defender playing point guard, and that's Davion Mitchell.
Okay.
Like from Baylor, he was like,
he lit it up in the tournament too. So.
Exactly. He honestly, just watching the tournament, I feel like he was probably one of the best on ball defenders. Like he brings like a tenacity to the game, especially at the point guard position. Like, you don't get that. Like I can easily see his game transitioning over to the NBA. He's ready to play right now. Based off of what I was seeing.
B, do you know, you just talked about his defense. Do you know what his nickname is?
Oh yeah, Off Night Mitchell. off night vision. I was like, oh yeah, I fucks with this dude, yo. I fucks with him, and ever since the tournament, I was like, yeah, this dude, he's, and I think he's older. He's he's kind of he's older than most cats in this draft too. So he's seasoned. I feel as though he's ready to play right now, and you know what I'm saying. I feel as though his shooting is something that his scoring is something that'll come. But you know what I'm saying. When it comes to being able to have that defensive mindset right now, man, that's everything, yo. So I feel as though somebody gonna get a hell of a player, and I'm hoping he go to like Magic or like I hope he go to like Orlando or something. Yeah, that's one of my favorite cats.
Intriguing prospects. I mean, off break, I want to see what Jalen Suggs gonna do in the league because like he's like strong, physical, a football player, raw, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he can you can just drop him anywhere and he's gonna get a bucket just because he's like hard nosed and gritty and his tenacity and all that shit. And like he's battle tested with the tournament. I don't know. It's like they projecting like 7 freshmen going in the first 10.
They sure are.
Yeah, so who else? I got
Suggs is intriguing too, just because like I mean, granted, he showed out in the tournament, but at the same time he plays for Gonzaga on the West Coast.
True.
In a I don't want to call it a system. I mean, in a system in which they always have like a 30-2 record and 30-3 record. So it's always like, is it really, you know what I'm saying? Is it really the system? I mean, is it the system or is it the player? But I think seeing what he did, don't get me wrong, I think he is going to be one of the intriguing. But I think that's a good way to sum it up as intriguing prospect for Jalen Suggs.
And they got him projected going to Toronto, and you already know like they already shopping Kyle Lowry. So
are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like a plug and play. Two more guys. One more. Cam Thomas from LSU, freshman, led the SEC in scoring as a freshman. He kind of got like that irky jerky like shooting motion. Only like I think like he's like his field goal percentage is like low 40, so he's kind of like a rhythm shooter. So you could probably just go off at any given night. And who's the one kid? From Auburn. Who's the point guard from Auburn?
Sharif Cooper. That's my guy.
Cooper. Okay, yeah, Sharif Cooper. Yeah. But take that out. You take that
out. I'm hoping, like, I truly am hoping that nigga is around when the Wizards pick. And like, I feel like he's that guy for the Wizards. Not necessarily saying he's going to come in and start or whatever like that, but I feel like the same way Tyrese Maxey came in for the 76ers and did work, and the same way Emmanuel Quigley comes in and does work for the Knicks. Like I think Sharif Cooper can do that, and that's one thing that the Wizards. I mean, I know I'm talking at home right now, but that's one thing that the Wizards always lack is like that backup point guard that can necessarily come in and score, but at the same time still know how to facilitate and still know how to spark the offense. Like, don't get me wrong, Ish Smith and whatever did an okay job, I guess, but we've never had that guy that can come in off the bench. Like, because once our point guard goes down, goes out of the game, it's like
Ramon Sessions and bullshit.
Yeah, like that. who's going to run the offense? And like, I don't want us to get another big or anything of the sort. I literally want us to look at Sharif Cooper.
Yeah, he got put on some weight though. He got put on some weight.
That's facts. Yeah,
but yeah.
Other than that, I think the other intriguing prospect I got, I want to see Jalen Green too. Like,
I was going to say that just for him not playing. We haven't seen him for real unless you like got like NBA League Pass or I don't even know where he playing, like Sioux Falls, North Dakota, or some shit like that.
So I do want to see him. I think he's rising too. I think they got him some projections got him going number 2 to the Rockets. So I do want to see his game.
That's gonna be interesting as hell. Because like, what do you do? What do you do with John Wall, and what do you do with like Kevin Porter Jr.? I think he's gonna be like next up.
Yeah, he's an interesting, intriguing prospect still.
Yeah. So,
And
Yeah,
What's up, Lighthouse?
Hey, what's up? Y'all talking about Jalen Green?
yeah,
and other intriguing prospects. But if you got something on Jalen Green,
on Jalen Green, I think Jalen Green probably the most talented player in the draft. Just off watching the highlights, he's an explosive athlete, and he was playing in the G League or whatever, and averaging like 19 points a game against grown men. And that's probably even better competition than some of the people that he would have been facing in college. So I think that alone right there is enough to make you the first pick in the draft. Cade Cunningham was a 6'9" point guard. That's a rare size. So I think that's a lot of main reason why a lot of people are going to probably say he's the first pick. Plus, the league is, more guard oriented, point guard oriented. A lot of guys are, that's pretty much the most dominant position in the game right now. So I can see why, but I would go with Jalen Green though. First overall, I think he has the highest ceiling out of everybody.
I want to throw that name Scotty Barnes out there too. If he goes to the right team,
I like him too.
They was talking about him, and apparently he played on the same high school team as I forgot the other dude's name, but his name was like Moses something. He went to Arkansas and Cade
Moses
Cunningham.
Moody.
Yeah. He went to, and Cade Cunningham, the number 1 pick, but it was like Scotty Barnes was like the glue guy. He was like the energy guy, but at the same time, he was the defender guy that could lock up, still play the point forward position if you want to. I don't know how you could do that when you got Cade Cunningham running the point in high school, but they said that team was loaded, and they said he a monster. So
I like him too. I think he brings a lot of versatility. His size, he like 6'9", 245, so he already NBA size. Like you said, he can play defense. And the only thing about him, I'm not saying that necessarily as a negative because they compare him to Draymond Green the most. I don't see him being a big time scorer though. I don't see that, but I do see him as like a top tier glue guy, top tier, a big man facilitator type. But I don't know. If you bring him on your team to put butts in the seats, I don't think that's the guy. But he's definitely a player that add to like a championship caliber team to help bring it all together. I think he's that type of player. So he's still valuable in the top 5, top 10. But like I say, I wouldn't necessarily look at him and be like, oh, that's the guy I'm trying to sell tickets with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But outside of that though, and I like Evan. Is it Evan Mobley, the dude, the big man going to USC? Yep. I think he got a lot of potential too. He kind of fit the mold of the modern day big man, athletic. He's raw too. I think that's the biggest thing with him. He's raw. Like he hasn't even near. Like some people saying he could when it's all said and done be the best player in this draft. He's just scratching the surface. So I think he'll be pretty good too.
Yeah. Well, damn. Yes. So I mean, sticking with basketball, and we're in the Olympics right now, so I don't know what you would call this team. This team ain't really got no name. They took an L, but they came back versus Iran last night or the night before. But just looking back, who would you in a 3-game series, Dream Team versus the Redeem Team? Who you got?
We just going starting 5 versus starting 5.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, well, what's the Redeem Team starting 5 then? There we go. That's what I'm
glad you brought it up.
Yeah, I know, right on time. Right
was
on
it
time.
Kobe?
It was Kobe, LeBron,
Dwayne Wade.
Was Jason Kidd starting? I think Jason Kidd was starting.
Melo was starting.
I thought it was Melo. Yeah, Melo and Boozer. Carlos Boozer.
I'm about to look it up.
I think one of those guards had to start though. Like it had to be Jason Kidd, Chris Paul. Because I think Flash might have came off the bench, but I don't know.
I don't think nobody on the Redeem Team gonna be able to stop Barkley though.
All right, put it like this: how many Hall of Famers does the Dream Team got? Just looking at it, Charles Barkley, Hall of Famer.
All of them, but Christian Leonard.
all of them, but Christian Leonard. Literally, all of them. And Christian Leonard, he might be a college basketball Hall of Famer.
True.
Definitely,
definitely. But then if we look at the Redeem Team, but Melo's going to be a Hall of Famer. Chris Bosh, Kobe Bryant, Dwight. Dwight will probably be one. LeBron, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, and Michael Redd. Deron Williams might be the only one, and Carlos Boozer. So you got 4 guys on the whole Redeem Team that's probably not going to make the Hall of Fame.
Look, I got the Dream Team winner.
Yeah, I'm about to go with the Dream Team.
I get the Redeem Team. They might win 1.
I don't know. The best of 3, I might go to Redeem Team, man.
You think so?
I mean, if
on what premise though? On what? Tell me what's the X factor? What is the X factor?
athleticism, Like I think I just because I know the dream team has everything. Like they have the shooters, they have the facilitators, they have the leapers and Clyde and fucking Jordan as well as Scottie Pipp, and then you have the passer and Magic and
the Magic was like past his prime when he was on that team.
Yeah, but to go against to go against Prime Melo, I mean, I guess it's
and
one of
Bird.
those prime.
Bird was past his prime too.
Prime Melo, prime fucking quote unquote prime LeBron, and it's still good years. Coached by Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah,
I think that's the three.
But Kobe probably the only one playing defense on that team though.
Tayshaun Prince gonna lock somebody up.
But who's guarding LeBron? I guess Scottie Pippen. Who's guarding who? Like who's gonna guard D Wade? I guess Jordan. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's the matchups here?
Right.
Because I'm looking at. I feel you on the athleticism thing because from an athletic perspective,
I think Chuck can guard LeBron.
Yeah. Or even Karl Malone.
Or Clyde can guard Dwayne Wade.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Karl Malone regarding LeBron either though. LeBron's agility, for like LeBron basically the same size as motherfucking what's his name? You know what I'm saying? He like the same size as Karl Malone,
But is LeBron banging down low? With,
you don't have to.
What I'm talking about, if they're back to the basket, is he guarding them?
I think LeBron's strong enough to guard those guys. Yeah, I think so.
Do we got the technique?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we stuck in the middle right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think if I had to put money on it, I'm taking the dream team. Just yeah. You can have the athleticism all day. It's the dream team, dog. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I think like the overall like mentality was different back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like they was on the court to like kill you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I probably have to go with the dream team, man. I'm gonna go with the dream because these was like more seasoned. They were older. You know what I'm saying? They was more been there, done that. These dudes.
It was about a bucket,
lumps. Yeah, they didn't already took their lumps. Like I would probably say the basketball IQ on the dream team probably shitting on the redeem team. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably go with the dream team off that alone. Just that alone. Just the experience,
right?
Being battle tested and all that shit.
And we seen like the whole dream team like practices on Last Dance and stuff like that.
They was going at it.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't really see like the practices with the Redeem team, so we don't know like the whole inside and out of that shit.
The Redeem
don't get me
team
wrong,
the Redeem team was eating fast food jumps
at Wendy's. Yeah,
at Wendy's
at a gas station. Yeah.
Gas station food.
Going to ham on that.
But hold on, because Charles Barkley said Larry Bird. He was drinking with Larry Bird on the beach, just Budweiser, and he couldn't make it back to the hotel. So, to be fair,
hey, them cats got some wild stories.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine Charles Barkley stories? Like, he got some fucking stories. He got some stories.
And they say Larry Legend got some too.
Oh yeah,
I bet.
Larry looked like, I could be wrong, but he looked like a drinker though. Larry Bird definitely looked like
he's drinking Budweiser.
He does.
How you drinking Budweiser in Barcelona?
He probably put this in some wild situations. Like, dude, we're in Barcelona right now. Chill out. All right, we're switching over to football.
Wait, who got that victory though? We ain't come to.
I'm going with Dream Team.
I'm going Dream Team.
I'm gonna go with Dream Team too.
Well, I'll be the outlier and I'll go with the Redeem Team.
Yeah.
All right.
Boo. But yeah, switching back over to football. So with the COVID vaccinations and rise and all sorts of shit going on right now. So the NFL is pushing the vaccination mandate kind kind of hard now. Their stipulations have gotten a little bit more stricter. Do you think that it's true or false that a 85% vaccinated team will win the Super Bowl?
True.
You think it's true?
True.
Why?
Because it's just something to point to when it do happen. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is the first team. This is the first team in 20 years that do blah, 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 blah. And more than 85% or 90% is vaccinated. And it just feels like that's being the push. Like some teams are like on the fence, 50%, 6%. And then some teams are 80%, 85%. And we'll talk about this in the Flight Room podcast coming up shortly. But I just think it's just something, something to point to, the message they're trying to convey at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like some teams are going to get penalized leading up to it. So you're some way in some fashion, one team this year is going to get penalized for an outbreak. So
shit, Lamar Jackson tested positive today.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And Gus Edwards too.
And Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
But I think I'm with you. I would say true as well, just from the simple fact that I was if you read into the new mandate that the NFL pushed, and if you read in between the lines, they had a lot of stuff as far as like if you aren't vaccinated, you have to the way that you interact with the rest of the team is completely different than what they're doing. So like you can't like be in meetings, you can't be in certain in the weight room, you can't. So if you got 85% of your team that's vaccinated and the rest of them are, if you're trying to game plan, you can't even game plan the correct way. You know what I'm saying? You got to completely overhaul what it is, how you go about the week leading up, how you're going to go about team meetings and installing the offense, installing the defense. Some of the niggas might not even be able, some of the niggas might have to do the shit virtually. You know what I'm saying? And that's got to have an impact at the end of the day. If you got 85% of your players there and the rest of them are on Zoom meetings or they doing what have you, it's a complete difference,
Yeah. Is the 85%, is that like a benchmark number? Like, is that a requirement, or like what did that number come from, the 85%?
I believe they said that like earlier this year. Yeah.
What about the current teams right now? Like, what's the percentage levels as far as vaccinated? Like, guess the average vaccinated, percentage. Like,
I don't know around the league, but I know some teams are 80, some teams are 90, some teams are 50, some teams are 60.
So it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I think the majority. I mean, not the majority. I think that how many teams is it? 32 teams.
Yep.
Yeah. I think at one point in time, most recently, I think they said it was like 14 or 16 teams that had already surpassed the 85% vaccination threshold, whatever you want to call it.
Man, that was thunder. God damn.
It ain't raining over here. Like, where that? I did, but well, I don't know. I mean, I think probably by the time the Super Bowl come around, I think more people are eventually going to, get more vaccinations. So I mean, it's a possibility.
All right, so I'm reading this. This is today, I think. It says yesterday. As of Tuesday morning, 85% of the league's players have received at least one shot, and 14 of the 32 clubs have vaccination rates over 90%.
All right, so I mean that's
so
almost
what they tripping about.
It's damn near there. Yeah,
it's a chance that I mean that's a possibility. If almost half the teams that got more than 85%, then that's a possibility that they win the Super Bowl. Shit. But I don't see the correlation between that and winning the Super Bowl, though. But at the end of the day, it's still about talent. I mean, hopefully you want guys, obviously with the policies, you don't want guys to miss games and shit. But if the team got 50% and they just, they was balling when they needed the ball, like I don't think there's no real correlation. There's no real correlation.
Well, yeah. Well, that's our thoughts on it, and we're going to kind of continue this conversation over at the Flight Room Podcast, episode 66. Just follow us on over. Hit the link, like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mother. Tell all them. Your mother and them. But yeah, it's Flight Room Podcast. Peace now.
Peace.